Well, someone was spitting venom when they heard that the politicians needed to have a vacation after the election. When will Trudeau name cabinet? When will the throne speech come about? We hear maybe Monday we'll hear something. Who knows? Watch Pierre on this file.
If you think that a feature of a contribution agreement that only allows money to be released once key performance indicators are met, do you think that that offers an additional layer of protection that could prevent abuses by a company who had a different arrangement, say a true sole sourced contract, where they had an upfront check and whether they perform or not, they could abscond with the money? Do you think that the requirement that certain key performance indicators were met actually provides a level of protection for taxpayers' dollars in this instance?
Once again, it's hard to respond to this question. We need to see what procedures were applied and which weren't because of COVID-19. And we
To wrap it there.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
What's your point of order?
I do have a motion to introduce. I think my staff has just given you the notice of it.
I haven't seen it. You might have given it to the clerk. That's not really a point of order, but what's your motion?
All right. Thank you very much. Whereas the Prime Minister shut down Parliament in March, whereas a modified and limited Parliamentary Committee of the Whole has only met 5 times in the last 2 months, most recently today, August 12th, 2020, from which the Prime Minister was absent to take a, quote, personal day, whereas his absence meant he could not answer questions about the $500 million grant he made to a group that had paid his family more than $500,000 in fees and expenses. Whereas the Prime Minister has taken off 20 days and 6 weeks, meaning nearly half of the calendar days have been days off. Whereas,
Mr. Poilievre,
I'll just conclude now. The House of Commons.
Yes, but is your motion on the business that we're doing? That
is.
Preamble certainly isn't.
It is, and here it is. That the House of Commons Standing Committee on Finance calls on the government to suspend the Prime Minister's pay until he returns to work and takes questions in Parliament.
I'm wondering where the call is from the opposition parties to say, hey, let's get back to work. Yeah, you won, but let's go to work. Nope. It seems everyone wants to go on vacation after, yet another break. It carries on here. Leave your comments below.
I really don't think that that motion is order. I'll have to defer to the clerk, but I don't think it relates to. It does not relate to the business of this committee, so I'm ruling it out of order.
Well, Mr. Chair, if I may, it does relate to the business of this committee because whereas referring to the $500 million grant to we is a COVID grant that was authorized under COVID spending, for which this committee has been given the exclusive authority. Furthermore, pay for members of the government is a financial matter, and this is the Finance Committee, so it is very much in order.
Mr. Poilievre, I'm not going to argue with you. It may be a motion that could be put in Parliament, but as to the businesses of this committee, that motion, I am ruling it out of order. Are we ready to adjourn? Meeting adjourned.
Don't forget to like, dislike, subscribe, and comment. Safe Space Cafe. And always have a